My brothers and sisters, in our liturgy of the Word, today, the first reading and the Gospel are loosely connected by the theme of events happening on a mountain. In the Genesis story, Abraham is commanded by God to sacrifice his son Isaac on a mountain, which we call Mount Moriah. And in the Gospel, the transfiguration of Jesus takes place on Mount Tabor. The first event presents a scary prospect of a young boy being killed. The second describes the glorious and awe-inspiring transfiguration of Jesus before Peter, James, and John. The narrative of the near sacrifice of Abraham says that God oftentimes puts us to the test. But God does not tempt us in the manner the serpent seduced Adam and Eve, or Satan tempted Jesus in the desert. We distinguish temptation and trial. Temptations are aimed at making us fall. Tests or trial are intended to purify and strengthen our faith. Thus, in Abraham's story, God intervenes as Abraham is about to carry out what is commanded to do. Now, while Isaac escapes death, Jesus will not be spared by the Father. Beloved Son, though Jesus is, he will be offered as a sacrifice. No ram will be there to take his place. Thus, in the second reading, Paul asks that if God did not spare his own Son, but handed him over for us all, what can God not give us? And this simply tells us that God loves us so much that he gave us his only begotten Son for our salvation. And Jesus has predicted that his enemies will plot to kill him. And he does not hide this thing that's going to happen from his close followers. At the same time, his transfiguration, or rather in his transfiguration, Jesus intimates to his 3 apostles what awaits him after he is killed. The transfiguration of Jesus, with its symbolic elements, his face shining very brightly, his garments becoming dazzlingly white, the Father's voice coming from the cloud, all this foretells his glorious resurrection. It is a manifestation and foretaste of his future glory. Brothers and sisters, as followers of Jesus, we expect not just the, I would say, regular trials of life, but also and especially the opposition and hatred of those who reject Jesus. Jesus does not promise us an easy life. In fact, he is very honest in declaring that his followers will meet the same fate, the same destiny that their master will meet. But even as we face these challenges, let us remember that trials and challenges make us more strong, and that God will never try us beyond what we can bear. Let us be consoled by the hope that glory and new life await those who hold out to the end, as Jesus has promised.